Hello everyone, I am Matma76X, and today I'm going to tell you about Dungeons & Dragons, a game that's been around since the 80s, maybe even before that, can't remember exactly, and that's gotten a lot of ridicule, and actually, there's a lot of misinterpretations about it, like the kind of people that play Dungeons & Dragons. Oh my god, they're the nerdiest people ever, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's a really fun game. And I'm going to talk about it today. And you'd be surprised how many people actually like the game and get into the game. So, I'm going to start off by saying, is Dungeons & Dragons for you? Well, that's a kind of a hard question to ask. A lot of people they ask, like, oh, what is it? You know, basically, it's the best way I can describe it as if you're reading a fantasy novel that is also a choose-your-own adventure game. And what I mean by that is you are playing a character. Let's use Lord of the Rings, for example. Let's say you're playing Lord of the Rings, except now you are actually not Frodo. Let's say you're Aragorn, because Aragorn is cool. You're actually Aragorn, and you can decide if you want to make Aragorn take the one ring from Frodo and see what happens then, or if you want to actually be the one that takes the one ring and throws it into the pit, or, you know, escorts Frodo, or whatnot. So, that's what it is. And if you're the kind of person that has an active imagination, reads a lot of books, and is the kind of person that really can just, like, picture, like, worlds. Like, think of it this way. You don't need the best computer or anything, or, like, the brand new console to play this. You use your imagination. So if you can actually visualize that, then there you go. Also, if you're the kind of person that likes board games, which I know is also kind of a rarity, but there is, like, kind of a board game aspect to this. But, I mean, it's tabletop technically, but it's kind of like a board game, wherein there's a lot of rules. And I'm not talking about, like, a board game like Risk or something. I'm talking about, like, a really good board game like Axis and Allies. I really don't like Risk. But anyway, I digress. So, the other thing, too, is, are you playing D&D because you want to actually play Dungeons & Dragons? Or are you playing Dungeons & Dragons just to hang out with somebody? If you're like thinking, like, well, I'm not really the kind of person that likes to visualize stuff or really read or anything, and I'm not saying, like, you know, reading's not for everybody. I hardly ever read, but I do have an active imagination. So, but if you're just doing it to, like, hang out with somebody, like, if it's, like, let's say you're a girl and you want to hang out with your boyfriend, or if your one friend plays it, but you're, like, more into, like, sports or whatever, like, because, you know, that can happen. Like, if you have, like, a friend that's really into sports, and then you have another friend that's really into gaming, and, you know, if you're just, like, doing that just to hang out with a friend, it's probably not the way to go. But since we got that out of the way, and let's say you did decide, yeah, you know, that does sound like me. I do like playing, or, like, you know, visualizing stuff. I do like reading. I do like my choose-your-own adventure novels and whatnot. Then good. Let's get started then. And that is really important, because if this isn't the kind of game that's for you, then you're not going to enjoy it, and you're not going to take it seriously. Also, you might be really into this also if you're the kind of person that likes to, if you were into, like, theater or something, if you're really good at picking up roles or whatever, and you're good at acting, then this is perfect for you. If you meet the other criteria also. I mean, you know. So, there's that. Now, the other part about getting